This is something that happened to me about 15 or 16 years ago, something like that, 16, 17 years ago. I was staying at this girl's house, staying on the sofa, and I was about to go to sleep. I lay down on the sofa, closed my eyes, and these black amorphous shapes started coming from the corners of the room. I couldn't get to sleep. It was like a feeling of evil crawling into the room to get me. Something was coming to get me. And every time I open my eyes, these shapes disappear or go back into the corners of the room. Now, this happened about 5 or 6 times, something like that. And each time I closed my eyes, evil had come into the room. I'd open my eyes and it'd disappear. Then this last time I opened my eyes, there was a woman in the room and a little girl and a sideboard piece of ornately carved wooden furniture, huge, had just appeared in the room. The woman was just standing behind the sideboard. The girl was inches away from me, a foot away from me, just skipping around, if you like, on the floor, as if nothing had happened, nothing untoward had happened. The woman was standing there saying, "It's okay, they've gone now, they've gone. It's okay, you can go to sleep." Sure enough, closed my eyes and I went to sleep. In the morning I thought, oh, it's just one of those edge of sleep, nightmare-y type things that we all have. I thought nothing more of it. Until a couple of days later, when we went round to the brother of the girl whose flat I was staying in, and it turned out the woman who was there, who came into the room, materialised, if you like, was her brother's girlfriend. The little girl was one of her daughters, and the sideboard was in her living room. It was this big ornately carved piece of wooden furniture in her living room. Now, she told me that she was a member of the spiritualist church, which I don't really believe in. I suppose I did at the time, was a bit more susceptible to things like that. But nowadays I don't believe in any of this mumbo jumbo. But something happened. I don't know what happened, but I saw an apparition. At the time it was like a ghost. I'd seen a ghost, or an apparition of something that had happened. But this person was certainly alive. These two people were alive. The sideboard was real. And I've got pictures of the woman and the little girl. I'll show you the pictures. This woman, this little girl. I don't have pictures of the sideboard. I've got a photo of the sofa that I was sleeping on. And when I was looking through these photos, I found this other photo of another bloke who was living, a lad who was living in the flat at the same time. Can't remember his name. It could be Steve or something like that. Here's a photo of him sitting on the sofa. Now, this guy went on to be a Hare Krishna a couple of weeks or months or so later. He went on to be a Hare Krishna in Liverpool and ended up being murdered. He was stabbed to death on the streets of Liverpool for who knows what reason. And this only came back to my mind once I started looking through these photos, when I was getting them together to put this onto a video. Now, that's the weirdest thing that's happened as regards, I don't know what you'd call it, apparitions, telepathy. Thanks for listening.